Okay, here's 5 things you can do to help you go from a UFUE to an ABC in your GCSEs. The first thing you need to do is you need to make sure you've got your specification or your syllabus and you're making sure that you're using that whilst you're revising, because that tells you literally all the content you need to know for your exams. On your specification or your syllabus, it tells you what you need to know for each topic, and you need to just stick to that. Don't use Google, don't use other resources, because this tells you exactly what you need to know. This is also going to be really good for your study sessions because it gives you a goal. You then know what you need to achieve by the end of your study session. By using your specification, you know, for example, you need to know XYZ about the plant and animal cell. So by the end of your study session, you can check, do I know XYZ by the end of it? Now, the second thing that you need to make sure you're doing is not sitting there for hours and hours on end trying to understand and trying to learn something. Instead, you need to utilize your time effectively. You need to use the Pomodoro method, where you're revising in shorter intervals and actually giving yourself breaks. The third thing that you need to focus on is, how are you actually revising? Are you using passive recall, where you're just reading, where you're just copying things out, where you're just highlighting anything and everything? If you're doing this, you need to reevaluate. You need to start using active recall techniques. So what I mean by active recall is when you're actually doing something with your revision. So instead of just reading, what you're going to do is, whilst you're reading, you're going to write down some questions about what you've read. Once you've read the whole page and written down questions about what you've read, you're going to close your textbook and you're going to try and answer those questions. Active recall helps you to identify what you're good at and what you need to improve, and then you go back and you review that and repeat. Now, the fourth thing you're going to do is you're going to try and keep on top of your schoolwork. So for example, say it's Monday today and you've had biology, you've had chemistry, you've had maths, you've had English, you've had RE. So you've had 5 subjects. When you come home, what you're going to do, get 5 blank pieces of paper or make a PowerPoint and have 5 slides in there. Now, on those pieces of paper, on those slides, for each lesson, you're going to write down keywords that you learn in that lesson with the definition and 5 to 10 bullet points about what you learn in that lesson. So essentially just a summary page or a summary slide about what you learn in each lesson. The whole point of this is that if you keep doing this and you keep on track, by the time it comes to your tests or your exams, you've got your revision resources made. All you've got to do is actually test yourself on that, use practice exam questions, and that should really help. And the fifth thing, the last thing that you need to actually make sure you're doing, is actually practicing what you've learned. So using past exam questions, self-testing yourself, giving yourself quizzes, and actually practicing using exam questions so you can actually see, do I fully understand this? Am I able to apply my knowledge to the exam questions?